So in this video I'm going to show you how I've made this terrain for future games of Kill Team Salvation. Please check out my other videos, subscribe if you want to see more. The painting processes have all been covered. It's all exactly the same as I've done before, so I'm not going to show you any of that. Okay. So obviously I'm going to need some more terrain as well, some different stuff. I've got a bunch of Sector Mechanicus terrain that I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do with. So I've started on a landing pad type thing. So cutting through here with a straight saw, and then see where we get to. So that square's cut in half, which now comes together to give me this. And then what I'm going to do is cut down this Necromunda door to fit in the middle there, and then raise it up somehow. So this is cut and ready to be filed down for the final fit. And then looking at some of these pillars, they need cutting twice. Just cutting out a little bit in the middle so that then they can be used to hold up the platforms. So I'm going to put the big bits on the bottom and then the platform on top, and that's the first one made. Quite a lot of bits. So a bit of cutting has been done. This is where I've got to. Decided to put the door in, the Necromunda bulkhead door in the other way and fill in the edges. And then I've got a short platform that's going to fit between pillars for the board as a Necromunda board. And I've chopped down some of the big pillars to make the struts with. The first of the platforms is done and height tested. So this is the right size to fit between a Necromunda pillar and a pillar, just so that it will fit into the rest of the board. Yeah, I'll do some different sized ones as well. I've decided to light the underneath of the platform, so I've got one of these rechargeable bottle cap things. What I've done is I've just broken the end, and then the unit will slide out. It just needs cutting off. So what I'll do is I'll magnetize that so that it clips in, and then end up stringing these lights and hot gluing them around and around. Then that'll add a bit of life when it sits on top of a furnace or on top of the water. So a coffee mate container with some bits and bobs glued onto it, and then the platform on the top, that's now been glued in. A few bits to finish it off. But yeah, there you go. Here I've unstrung these lights, and I'm hot gluing them onto the bottom of the on the bottom of the platform. Like so. So I can turn these on. And then this connector is magnetised onto there, so it can stay out of the way. And then the platform can come on top of here. There we go, you never actually see underneath there, so yeah, it's all good. Pretty good. So first up, I've glued some sticks, some toffee apple sticks I think they are, onto the side of my water, giving it a bit of a red coat, and then a bit of brown. It'll bring me in line with the rest of the board. And then this is the finished platform. Just waiting for the last bits of it to dry. You can see the lights underneath. So this is on just what was cut off of the container, just to give it a little bit of height off the floor, and then painted up the homemade furnace, and then obviously the platform can go on top, and that's quite a decent bit of terrain. It's also looking, there's a gap there, so I was looking at being able to put that there. Little bonus, first layer of red put on, looks really good. It's going to match everything. So I'm probably saying this is done now, I think. All been painted up. I put the surround on and giving it a good going over with the red, brown, a little bit of orange. Matches in really well. There's the platform low in the water, and here's the platform on the furnace. For interest, there's my previous furnace, so I mean they look pretty similar, don't they? And but obviously a much bigger area on the top to fight over. As I said before, there's a gap there, so this can become an island on its own, or you can attach a walkway to that. There's a square platform that I'd used before, and this is one that I've now made. So it's from some slightly cut down doors, glued to a square. A bit of net to use as a ladder. I do like to have functioning ladders. And then we've got two of these, I'm going to call them medium platforms, but they're a bit smaller than the ones that you're going to get in the box. I made them a bit smaller so that they'll fit in between two columns on a Necromunda board. They're the same size as a double wall or a door. So I decided to do that just to keep everything to be able to be played on the land, on the Necromunda land. So there's two of those. They're almost exactly the same. Yeah, and then obviously the other ones in there as well. So I think that's a pretty decent start. I probably won't do any more of these platforms. Maybe one slightly longer one, possibly a kind of like that sized. I don't know, that sized. Who knows? But then I'm just going to use the rest of the stuff that I've got. Okay, I think I'm going to do a video where I set it all up and show you some of the different ideas I've got with how I can play different games. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. If you got this far, thanks a lot, and yeah, I'll see you next time.